Millions of people living, working and raising families in the UK right now could lose their dream of citizenship without even realising what changed. New 2025 rules quietly rewrite who is deserving of a British passport. And a small mistake in your past, a gap in your documents, or the way you entered the country could suddenly count against you. If your future, your children, or your long-term plans depend on securing status, you cannot afford to guess. Stay with this video as we break down 10 critical changes you need to understand before it is too late for you. Number 1. Illegal entry and the updated good character requirement. The UK now evaluates illegal or irregular entry with far greater scrutiny, making this rule one of the most significant changes affecting citizenship in 2025. Decision-makers place strong weight on how a person entered the country, viewing the method of arrival as a key indicator of behaviour and future eligibility. The updated good character requirement carefully examines whether the initial entry involved missing documents, avoidance of authorised procedures, or reliance on unsafe routes. Even when a person has lived responsibly for many years, the circumstances linked to their arrival remain relevant. The rule aims to highlight accountability from the very first moment an individual interacts with UK immigration processes, meaning early actions continue to influence later assessments when applying for citizenship. The updated approach affects people from varied backgrounds, such as those who travelled during humanitarian crises, relied on agents, or entered during periods of shifting border controls. Officials now look for detailed evidence showing exactly how a person progressed from their first entry to their current lawful status. Records such as old passports, Home Office letters, digital travel history, employment documents, medical registrations, and school records help demonstrate consistent compliance. Continuous and documented adherence to immigration rules carries strong importance. Any period of overstaying, late submissions, or missing paperwork can influence how the good character requirement is interpreted. The rule measures patterns, meaning even small gaps in documentation may create delays or raise technical questions during assessment. Strong organisation is essential for meeting this requirement. Applicants benefit from creating a clear timeline outlining every stage of their immigration history, supported by documents verifying dates, movements, permissions, and personal developments. A written explanation can help provide context when an individual believes their entry route may trigger additional scrutiny. The updated rule evaluates honesty, responsibility, and long-term respect for immigration expectations, making an accurate and well-supported application crucial for a smooth and timely decision. Number 2. Extended residence period for settlement eligibility. The shift from a 5-year residence period to a potential 10-year pathway for many categories is one of the most impactful adjustments affecting future citizenship applicants. This longer route reflects a new emphasis on sustained presence, stable contribution, and consistent compliance over a broader timeline. The decision framework now places strong attention on whether an individual has maintained lawful residence without major gaps, interruptions, or extended absences. The extended period is not only about living in the UK, it is about demonstrating engagement within the system through tax records, employment history, community involvement, and accurate documentation. The rule aims to create a clearer distinction between short-term stayers and long-term residents genuinely establishing their life in the country. A longer residence period creates new expectations around record keeping. Applicants may need to present evidence showing continuous activity across many years, such as tenancy agreements, utility bills, GP registrations, employment contracts, and educational records. Even people who have lived in the same area for years must gather sufficient documents to show ongoing residence. Absence limits also become far more significant because longer timelines create more opportunities for travel patterns that may raise questions. Every planned or unplanned trip outside the UK should be traceable through boarding passes, entry stamps, flight confirmations, or digital travel history. Keeping consistent evidence becomes essential in meeting the strengthened residence standards, especially for individuals whose earlier years in the UK were less documented. Those preparing for future settlement and citizenship can benefit from developing organised systems early. Creating an annual folder for tax returns, payslips, correspondence from official authorities, and residence proofs helps build a strong base for later applications. People working freelance, self-employed, or with variable income should maintain structured financial records, showing steady participation in the UK economy. The extended residence rule rewards applicants who can demonstrate stability, reliability, and documented presence across a full decade, making preparation a key part of a successful outcome. Number 3. Strengthened English language and life in the UK test requirements. The tightening of English language standards marks a significant shift for future citizenship applicants, reflecting the UK's increased focus on communication skills, integration, and cultural familiarity. Applicants may now be expected to demonstrate higher proficiency levels that reflect real-world communication rather than basic understanding. This includes clearer evidence of speaking, listening, reading, and writing ability through approved tests and certificates. The strengthened requirements are built around the idea that citizenship involves active participation in society, which becomes more possible when individuals can engage confidently in everyday situations, understand public services, and navigate essential responsibilities. The updated framework places strong emphasis on preparing early and collecting valid test results that meet recognised standards. Alongside language requirements, the Life in the UK test continues to grow in importance. The test evaluates knowledge about the country's history, laws, values, and civic expectations. With discussions surrounding updates to the test structure, applicants may face questions requiring deeper understanding of modern responsibilities, social conduct, and legal awareness. The goal is to create a more accurate reflection of what it means to participate in British society. Many applicants underestimate this test, yet it requires careful study, consistent revision, and familiarity with detailed topics that extend beyond general knowledge. Understanding key historical milestones, political processes, cultural developments, and everyday norms can help applicants navigate the test with confidence. Those preparing for future citizenship benefit by creating a study routine that includes reading official materials, practicing mock questions, listening to English language media, and building vocabulary related to civic life. People who struggle with language barriers can benefit from local courses, online practice tools, and conversation groups that help build gradual confidence. The updated requirements favour those who demonstrate commitment to learning, steady improvement, and authentic engagement with the country's social environment. A prepared applicant with organised study materials, consistent practice, and clear test results stands in a far stronger position to meet the evolving standards and progress smoothly towards citizenship. Number 4. Points-based earned settlement pathway. The introduction of a points-based earned settlement pathway represents a major shift in how long-term residence and future citizenship eligibility may be assessed. This model rewards individuals who demonstrate sustained contribution through work, tax compliance, community involvement, and responsible behaviour. Instead of relying solely on a fixed timeline, the pathway evaluates measurable indicators that reflect a person's overall impact within the UK. Factors such as consistent employment, stable income, professional qualifications, volunteer activity, and adherence to immigration rules help build a clearer picture of long-term engagement. The new approach signals an increasing preference for applicants who actively participate in the country's economic and social development. This system encourages individuals to maintain strong records that reflect achievement and reliability. Employment payslips, tax summaries, letters from employers, certificates from training programs, and acknowledgements from community organizations can all become useful supporting documents. People working in high-demand sectors or contributing to essential services may gain recognition through faster progression, while applicants with irregular work patterns may need more evidence to demonstrate consistent contribution. Economic participation is only one part of the pathway, as stable community involvement also plays a meaningful role. Activities such as volunteering, supporting local projects, or engaging with social initiatives may help strengthen an application, especially when documented clearly. Preparing for this pathway requires steady organisation and forward planning. Applicants can benefit from developing a personal portfolio that tracks achievements, improvements, and ongoing commitments over time. Creating a yearly summary of professional progress, financial stability, and community involvement helps build a strong narrative that matches the expectations of the updated rules. This model rewards consistency, responsibility, and long-term participation. Individuals who approach their stay with structure and focus place themselves in a stronger position when applying for future settlement or citizenship. The points-based pathway reflects a broader shift toward recognizing continuous engagement, making detailed documentation and stable contribution essential for those aiming to secure their future status. Number 5. Continuous residence and stricter absence limits. The updated approach to continuous residence places stronger weight on physical presence and long-term stability within the UK. Applicants are now expected to demonstrate a consistent pattern of living in the country without extended or unexplained gaps. The updated rules examine the full timeline of residence, focusing on how applicants balance work, family life, and travel, while maintaining a clear link to the UK. Absences that were previously overlooked may now be evaluated more carefully, especially when they suggest limited attachment or unclear reasons for extended travel. The goal behind the stricter rules is to ensure that individuals seeking settlement or citizenship have genuinely established their main life in the country throughout the qualifying period. Extended trips outside the UK can create complications unless accompanied by clear documentation that explains the purpose and necessity of travel. Applicants should maintain evidence of all trips, including travel confirmations, boarding passes, medical documents, employer letters, or family-related records when applicable. The updated rules highlight the difference between short, routine travel and lengthy absences that may weaken continuous residence. Officials may ask applicants to demonstrate that the UK remained their primary home even during extended periods away. This can be supported through tenancy agreements, employment contracts, school records for children, council tax payments, or ongoing financial responsibilities that show consistent ties to the country. Early preparation can help applicants avoid disruptions during assessment. Creating a personal log of all international travel, supported by documents, allows for a clear and organised record when completing applications. Those who travel frequently for work, family, or emergencies may need stronger evidence demonstrating that each absence fits within allowed limits. Maintaining stable employment, residence, and consistent financial commitments strengthens the overall profile. The updated continuous residence rule rewards applicants with organised documentation, steady ties, and clear proof that their primary life remains rooted in the UK throughout the qualifying period. Number 6. Updated rules for dependents and family members. Changes affecting dependents and family members have become a central part of the revised settlement and citizenship framework. The rules now require clearer proof of genuine relationships, financial stability, and long-term commitment to living together in the UK. Applicants sponsoring a partner or child must demonstrate a legally recognised relationship supported by documents such as marriage certificates, birth certificates, tenancy agreements, and shared financial responsibilities. The updated approach emphasises stability, meaning applications may face closer examination if records appear inconsistent or if the relationship history shows gaps. Officials assess whether the family unit has maintained a continuous and genuine connection throughout the qualifying period. Financial requirements also play a stronger role under the updated system. Sponsors may need to demonstrate a steady income, responsible financial management, and the ability to support dependents without relying on public funds. Evidence such as bank statements, tax summaries, employment letters, or business records can help establish financial credibility. Families with complex situations, such as self-employment or variable income, may need additional documents to create a stable and transparent financial profile. Combined with the longer residence period, these requirements highlight the importance of consistent planning and record keeping. Dependents are expected to follow their visa conditions carefully, maintain their lawful status, and demonstrate ongoing integration within the country. Families preparing for future settlement and citizenship benefit from maintaining a well-organised portfolio covering each stage of their journey. Regularly updating records such as school reports, healthcare registrations, utility accounts, or joint financial documents strengthens the overall application. For couples, maintaining evidence that reflects day-to-day life together helps demonstrate the authenticity of the relationship. Families who move homes or change jobs should keep updated paperwork to avoid gaps in documentation. The updated rules reward applicants who show stability, responsible planning, and clear integration as a family unit. A structured and well-documented approach helps ensure that dependents and partners meet the strengthened standards with confidence and clarity. Number 7. Pre-settled status and new rules for EU citizens. Recent updates affecting pre-settled status holders introduced tighter expectations around residence, documentation, and eligibility for future settlement or citizenship. Individuals who originally received pre-settled status are now expected to demonstrate that they have genuinely lived in the UK during the required period, with stronger emphasis on clear evidence of presence. The updated rules also allow closer examination at the border for those who hold pre-settled status but have not met the necessary conditions since receiving it. This means that anyone relying on this route must maintain strong records to avoid delays, questions, or complications when progressing towards settled status or future citizenship. Evidence of residence is now a major factor for EU citizens seeking to transition from pre-settled to settled status. Records such as payslips, tenancy agreements, bank activity, council tax statements, GP registrations, and school records may be required to show continuous ties with the country. Applicants who spent long periods outside the UK may face additional scrutiny, especially when absences appear inconsistent with the intention to make the UK their primary home. The updated rules highlight the importance of showing long-term commitment and clear integration, rather than brief or occasional presence. Those wishing to move forward to citizenship must demonstrate a complete and clearly documented timeline covering each stage of their stay. For individuals planning to secure their future status, early organisation is essential. Creating a structured folder containing residence proof, employment documents, healthcare records, and evidence of daily life helps establish a clear pattern of ongoing presence. Applicants who previously relied on minimal documentation may need to strengthen their records before applying for the next stage. Understanding the updated requirements helps EU citizens avoid unexpected issues and prepares them for the transition from temporary permission to permanent residence. Strong documentation, consistent residence, and evidence of genuine attachment place applicants in a far better position as they move toward long-term settlement and future citizenship. Number 8. Criminality assessments in the expanded Good Character Standard. The updated framework places broader attention on criminality when assessing eligibility for settlement and citizenship. Decision-makers now review behaviour over a longer time frame, examining both past and recent incidents to understand overall conduct. Even minor offences, cautions, or unresolved allegations may be examined when evaluating character. The rule aims to ensure that applicants seeking long-term status demonstrate responsibility, respect for the law, and consistent positive behaviour throughout their stay. This expanded standard does not focus solely on serious offences. Patterns such as repeated fines, unpaid penalties, or breaches of immigration conditions may also influence the assessment. The updated approach encourages individuals to maintain a record that reflects accountability and steady compliance. The evaluation now includes wider behavioural evidence beyond formal convictions. Officials may consider financial responsibility, community conduct, and adherence to legal obligations. Examples include managing debts responsibly, paying tax on time, following employment regulations, and maintaining honest communication with authorities. Applicants who have experienced legal issues in the past may need strong documentation showing rehabilitation, improved conduct, or positive developments since the incident. Records such as court documents, settlement agreements, employer references, and evidence of community involvement help demonstrate the applicant's growth and stability. These factors can provide context when an individual has made progress that aligns with the expectations of the Good Character Standard. Applicants preparing for future settlement or citizenship can benefit from keeping an organized record of their legal and financial history. Maintaining receipts, tax documents, police checks, and letters from professionals helps build a clear picture of responsible behavior. People with past issues should prepare transparent explanations supported by credible evidence to show how they have addressed previous concerns. The expanded rule focuses on long-term patterns rather than isolated moments, rewarding applicants who consistently demonstrate reliability and lawful conduct. A well-documented and transparent profile places individuals in a stronger position when navigating the good character requirement under the updated system. Number 9. Rising application costs, timing pressures, and the apply now advantage. The updated environment around citizenship and settlement applications places new weight on timing. Fees for visas, settlement routes, and citizenship applications continue to rise, creating pressure for applicants to plan strategically. These increases can affect families, long-term residents, and individuals building their eligibility over several years. Understanding upcoming changes helps applicants avoid higher costs or unexpected adjustments to rules. The apply now advantage arises because those who submit earlier often remain protected under the rules active at the time of their application. As the system evolves, submitting late may expose applicants to more complex requirements, stricter evaluations, or costlier processes. Planning ahead allows individuals to navigate these pressures with greater control. Strong preparation becomes essential when assembling documents for each stage of the process. Applicants need updated passports, tax summaries, employment letters, residence proofs, bank statements, test certificates, and records that demonstrate continuous compliance. The updated environment favours those who can organise these materials efficiently. Delays caused by missing documents or unclear timelines may push applications into periods of rule changes, resulting in additional complexity. People applying as families may also face increased costs if they wait too long, especially when multiple dependents are involved. Tracking renewal dates, status expiry, and upcoming changes to fee schedules helps applicants maintain stability as they progress through the system. Those preparing for settlement and citizenship benefit from creating a clear timeline that outlines each upcoming step. Monitoring Home Office announcements, evaluating personal readiness, and addressing documentation gaps early can prevent last-minute stress. Applying sooner often reduces the impact of shifting rules and unexpected cost adjustments. The updated system highlights the importance of proactive planning, strong organisation, and awareness of changing requirements. Individuals who prepare early and apply at the right moment place themselves in a more secure position, strengthening their path toward future settlement and citizenship under the updated framework. Number 10. Impact on millions and practical steps to strengthen your position. The updated rules affect a wide range of people, including long-term residents, workers, families, students, and EU citizens building their future in the UK. Many applicants now face longer timelines, stricter documentation demands, and deeper behavioural assessments. These changes increase the level of responsibility placed on individuals to maintain clear records, stable residence, and continuous compliance. People who previously relied on minimal documents or informal arrangements may now encounter delays if they cannot provide strong evidence. The impact extends to those planning to settle with family members, as additional financial and relationship requirements add more complexity. These changes highlight the importance of understanding how each rule fits into the wider citizenship process. To adapt to the updated framework, applicants benefit from creating structured systems for tracking progress. This includes storing payslips, tax summaries, tenancy agreements, health registrations, and correspondence from official bodies in well-organised folders. Travel outside the UK should be documented with confirmations and explanations when needed. People with pre-settled status or temporary permissions must ensure they meet the residence expectations set out for their category. Applicants working across different jobs or income sources need consistent financial records that show stable participation in the UK economy. Families should maintain updated documents for each member to support future applications without unnecessary delays. Those planning for long-term settlement or citizenship gain an advantage by assessing their situation early and adjusting their approach where needed. Setting reminders for visa dates, preparing for English tests, strengthening community involvement, and maintaining honest communication with authorities all contribute to a stronger profile. Applicants who monitor rule changes and organise their journey with intention stand in a more stable position as they move forward. The updated system rewards clarity, preparation, and consistent documentation, allowing individuals to meet the expectations with confidence while protecting their future pathway towards secure status and citizenship. The 2025 changes to UK citizenship rules reshape the pathway for millions, turning documentation, behaviour, and long-term consistency into deciding factors for future status. These updates place heavier responsibility on applicants to prove their residence, their contribution, and their connection to the country. Every record matters now. Your travel history, financial activity, daily life, and even the earliest steps you took when entering the UK. The system now favours those who prepare early, stay organised, and maintain a clear timeline backed by strong evidence. For many people, these rules are not just policies. They influence families, careers, education, stability, and long-term security. Understanding each requirement helps you protect your progress and avoid unexpected setbacks. Whether you are working toward settlement, planning for your children's future, or building a life you want to secure permanently, knowledge and preparation place you in a stronger position. The updated framework rewards clarity, consistency, and proactive action. Taking the right steps today can safeguard your chances of success tomorrow. If this breakdown helped you understand the new rules, hit like, subscribe, and share your experience in the comments. Your story might help someone else prepare. And if you want more updates on UK immigration and citizenship changes, watch the recommended videos on your screen now.